So TQQ was gapping down, and then suddenly huge squeeze and volume came in. I went long. I don't know. That was a complete mistake of trading. I really shouldn't have gone long below the VWAP. I got stopped out, squeezed above the VWAP. Then that was a good opportunity for me to go higher. I was hoping to get to 21.
I would like to invite you to join me for a live trading workshop.
Come join us November 2nd in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Be part of our pre-market show to see how we find stocks in play.
Hopefully we'll have a strong catalyst to give us a good short on Beyond the Meat.
Experience in-person mentorship while you trade.
Participate in topics from some of your favorite mods, like
learn how to find powerful trade setups.
Achieve your trading goals by developing a trade book.
Need to pivot with the current market conditions? Come learn VPA with me.
Bear market, bull market, I've got a trade for that.
We know you have options.
But come join us, diddly doodly.
I'm really looking forward to see you and trade next to you.
And all of us.
See you in Florida.
Alright guys, good morning everybody. Andrew is here. We're gonna do the quick recap. So it was a very strange day, and it still is. So market gap down, especially technology, QQQ, because of the two earnings that they missed the estimates. Google missed huge on advertisement revenue. It means that people are really not advertising as much. And Microsoft also had bad earning. Both of them gapped down almost 7-8% last night. So Google still trading 7% due to a big sell-off right at the open, and Microsoft as well. So and you know, these giants of technology, when they're gapping down, obviously they're bringing down the market with themselves. But surprisingly, there are two things happened that the market is actually ripped up. SPY almost green, and the IWM is actually green 1.2%, which is the small caps 1.2%. SPY is almost green, and QQQ might actually continue going higher. So there are two things happen. At 10 a.m., the new home sales number came in. The expectation was month-to-month 13%, but apparently down 10%. That was something that market ripped up. Also, Bank of Canada, they were supposed to increase the rate by 0.75, but they increased the rate only by 0.5, half a percent, or 50 basis point, which means that they were not aggressive as everyone is expecting. That means that, so maybe market like that, because the Fed's also bluffing. You can't just keep raising like that because you really crush the economy. That pivot in the Fed's behavior, has been in the market for the last at least week or so. So that's why the market is going up. It means that, okay, they're not going to be that hawkish anymore, because they can't. They really crush the economy if they just continue raising rates like that. So anyways, having said that, you see that 10 a.m. we had this huge volatility that came in. I don't know if it was because of the new home sales or because of Bank of Canada, but again, that was a reason gave a really huge volatility, and after that SPY is going up in a very choppy manner. It's really not a trending day. It's really choppy manner. For me, my trading was meh so far. I had a couple of trades on TQQ, lost. I had one trade on Google that could be a good day, but it really turned out to be nothing. Our traders, so let me go quickly what I did to make $90. So TQQ was gapping down, and then suddenly huge squeeze and volume came in. I went long. I don't know. That was a complete mistake of trading. I really shouldn't have gone long below the VWAP. I got stopped out, squeezed above the VWAP. Then that was a good opportunity for me to go higher. I was hoping to get to 2140 and then 2150. Dropped. I got stopped out, and again squeezed back up again for the third time. I said, damn it, I'm gonna go up again. Popped out. I sold some here, so I made some profit here, and then I got out at the break even on the next. And then that was the 10 news that came in. I just jumped in there, but I really didn't like it, and I said, why am I chasing it? So I just got out of it. So overall, I had 3 trades on that. So that's one trade. It was a horrible trade. This one was meh. This one was a trade that I made, and then the last one I really just got out of it quickly because I really didn't like that trade. So that's why I lost $400 on that. Now, as I mentioned, it's grinding up, but again in a very choppy manner. Another trade that I did was Google. So Brian had a really nice short on Google at the open, which is a perfect rising devil, gap down 7%, shorting it right at the VWAP, dropped. But I really didn't take the opening range breakdown on it because I wanted to wait a little bit. I didn't take it because I thought that's really extended, and it was kind of extended as you see, just quickly bounced back and I tried to trade it, for opening range breakout. As soon as I saw this holding the VWAP, I went long to see if it can get potentially to 97. It did come to 97, and I had an order, but I didn't get filled. It was just a quick week, so I got out of it. After that, it was just at 10 a.m. again, the volatility came in. So and that was it for me. Really, I don't have any other trades. Tesla was a really amazing move. I think Tesla was the one that you should have been in there, and I saw it for some reason. I just didn't trust this red to green move, but it was an amazing move up. In terms of, I think some people in the community took that, like this one is Tesla. Some people in the community took that. It's a really nice long 222 at 223 all the way up to 228. That's an amazing trade that our community members took, and it's gonna happen some days. Our community members are getting really nice trades, and you don't take any good trade. And I'm really resisting. So PDT also was, the Chinese companies are bouncing back on a short term, so that's a really nice pop and add. So that's a really nice. Ardi had a trade that he shared with me and the community. So he had bull spread on Tesla and Netflix. So that's a good trade that he made money on both of them. That was really nice. And Peter shared his trade on Tesla, which I think is very similar to your trade, Brian. The short on Google. Although you had some short in the pre-market, but you just
I got in at just over 97.10, and added when it popped a little bit. So basically same trade. Almost exactly the same trade, to be honest.
Except that you had a little bit on the 97 in the pre-market.
I had a little, I had some up in them, but it's set up perfectly as a rising devil. It was gapping down on news, trading below the VWAP and getting weak going into the open. As we got real close to the open, it just started to sell off. So everything that it was doing was setting up as a rising devil. So anyway, that was probably my best trade, other than RBLX, which just one of the members in the room called out, and it pulled back to the VWAP at one point and took it long. So and that's exactly when all those that positive news came out, and it ripped back up. And it was just, like I said, it was just, sometimes you have horseshoes, and that's what that was. So,
very nice. After that, Microsoft is really reaping. It's just unbelievable. Microsoft is just reaping. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is going to go green for a day, to be honest with you. And look at that huge reap.
And actually, I sold some calls on, or puts, sold some puts on Microsoft. That's one of my trades that I like to do. I don't like to trade into earnings, but I like to trade after them. So Microsoft gapped down, bottomed out around 230, and that's where I've sold puts. So right now my puts are looking good. They're about half the value that they used to be. So
very
I could cover them now for 50% gain, or just hang.
At what?
Expiry end of the week, 230 puts.
230 puts, yeah. All right, perfect.
Yeah, so I sold them for 206, and now they're at 108.
Nice. Wow, they give $2 premium on
anyway.
That. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about if you trade options right after the earnings release. There's still a lot of implied volatility in them. A lot of people like to trade options going into earnings because of implied volatility is often quite elevated. But you're really making you're making a bet, and you could be wrong on that bet. So I like to wait till we find out what the outcome is, and then bet on the outcome after the outcome. So just a different strategy. A lot of people have other strategies. Artie uses strangles and that kind of stuff. Selling puts and calls way out of the money and hoping that you don't get an outsized move. So just a different approach.
Yeah, excellent. So SPY is green. went green. So IWM, which is the index, is now up 1.5%, and that shows that the market is really showing a strength now. It's been 4 days that we're just ripping, and the dips are being bought back up. So maybe the market regime has changed, and we're gonna see if we can go back up. Maybe back to 430. I don't know. I mean, it's just very interesting to see what's going to happen on the market. SPY's green. Okay, to be honest with you, I haven't still making any trade. Google was something that I was really interested in. I couldn't make any money. Microsoft, I really couldn't make any money. If I did any trade, I would do another recap. But again, it was like a meh trade to me. Still nothing. And I have a couple of positions that holding for longer term. So I sold some puts on SOXL on 6 and 8. There's still a lot of time value in them. These are for February. And I have some SSO and TQQ holding to see if you can get this bounce on it, which they're not doing great. Back holding on that front. And that's it, guys. So we had a really nice presentation yesterday about 920 trade and moving averages, guys. The recording should be available. A lot of people are asking what is the 920 trade. So you can watch that presentation. And Peak Capital Trading Mentorship, guys, is at 11 today in Peak Capital website. Don't forget that one. And that's it, guys. And everything is popping. Hopefully just market continues to go up. Nvidia is going up. Have a good day, guys. See you tomorrow morning in the chat. And Peak Capital Traders, see you in the mentorship session.